What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades. And tonight we have a kind of a cool little episode for us. We're going to find some altcoin gems that could possibly make you rich here in 2022 during this dip and what to do about it. We're going to talk about, of course, the mainstream ones, but then we are going to go and look at those ETH tokens that were pumping 90, 100 and find out if there's any more money, to be made on the bone there. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'd like an interactive crowd. So if you guys have any crypto that you would like to see me look at or that you just really like, tonight is the time that you can shill those cryptos and let me know exactly which one you're gonna like. King Love is gonna like this tonight because we're gonna be talking about Polygon. We have a special episode. We have a lot of news tonight. We're gonna be talking about the International Monetary Fund. We're gonna be talking about Bitcoin regulation over in Russia and what that's gonna look like. We're gonna look at some layer ones and some other stuff, but then those altcoin gems too. So we have a jam-packed episode tonight. I just want to give you guys the most bang for your buck and then really try to figure out how we're going to make money right now, guys. Like, that's the most we need to do, right? Is learn how we're going to make some money in this bear market type scenario that we're in. So hey guys, King Low, good to see you. Justin, hey, said it once, say it 1,000 times. Algo, XTZ, Adam, and new for me, XYO. Now, all of these things, even I was looking at AMP 2, 2 cents. Man, these are some good buy-in prices for crypto. That's what we got to look at right now. Algorand, 90 cents. These are beyond dream level prices. These are bear market like dream level prices now. So we're going to get into all that. Enough of my ugly mug. Let's actually get some crypto stuff going. I hope you guys are having a good night already. I know it's been kind of a rough little, start of the year. We had a really good November, and I was thinking, the world is really nice and it wants to give us a good Christmas present and give us a big Bitcoin, but it didn't do that, unfortunately. And we have this reset, but then we can use this for our good too. You know how that video I was making earlier, I was talking about losing a lot of money and whatever, but that's not realized losses. That's the thing. I'm not going to make those realized losses. Yes, it sucks in the short term. Yes, it sucks. We're down at 36,926. But it doesn't suck that we're on our way back up from 32,000, where we obviously needed to go back, fill this CME gap. I guess there was a CME gap we didn't fill. And continue on upwards. We are below all of the moving averages or any of the ones that even matter. The 9, the 50, the 21, the 100, the 200, basically every single one of them we are definitely under. And so Bitcoin right now is going to be up against, some sort of kind of news FUD and fundamental technical analysis butting heads. It's going to be like the Bears and the Bulls on one side, versus the Bears and the Bulls on the other side. And it's weird that the Bears and the Bulls will team up. But like you got the fundamentalist Bears and Bulls and then the TA Bears and the Bulls. And the Bears need to learn to work together, or at least the Bulls do. I don't care if the Bears do or not, but we are in this downtrend though. And with these giant downtrends, a lot of the time they can break out to the upside. So if you even go back to the $69,000 level and just kind of look at this, we're probably going to be heading about to the 39,000 level. And, if we break out that, then we go even higher. So let's see what would make that happen though. And how would we go about that? Well, we would just have to see this kind of falling wedge breakout right here. And, we hit the bottom of it right there. But I would like to see, some momentum coming. We need some good news. We need Elon Musk to start taking Bitcoin again at Tesla. We need some good hopium, some real hopium that is a game changer. That's that moves the market, like Elon Musk buying in 1.5 billion of Bitcoin the first time. We need a game changer like that. Somebody, I don't know what would be the next representation of that. What would equal that, guys? What would be another Elon Musk buying in for 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. There isn't really a lot that I can think of that would be equal to that. Maybe convincing Peter Schiff. I mean, what would be the actual reason that we could, get a big news story? So maybe a country that we wouldn't think either buys into Bitcoin or uses it for legal tender, like a big, first world country. Maybe that could be good news. Well, let's look if, that could ever happen. Well, the International Monetary Fund again calls for El Salvador to drop Bitcoin as legal tender. Unfortunately, we're fighting FUD again today. Knocking it out. This is at least the third time the organization has publicly warned El Salvador it thinks adopting Bitcoin is a bad idea. Now, I don't, and I think it was a great idea, and I think more countries should follow suit, and I think the idiots from the International Monetary Fund will keep going forward. Actually, if they would not keep going forward, they can just every time they go to speak, one of them. Put them in their place. Talk to the hand. One of those, The International Monetary Fund monitors the global financial system. It's spending a lot of time looking in El Salvador's direction. Okay, well, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, which monitors the global economic system and distributes loans and aid to its 190 dues-paying member countries, has stepped up its calls for El Salvador to abandon Bitcoin. As part of regular meetings between the IMF and individual member countries, the organization collects economic data and reports back to the board, which then discusses problem areas and potential fixes with the country's government. And the IMF thinks Bitcoin is a problem for El Salvador. According to remarks from the international organization at the conclusion of the consultation, the Central American country's economy is shrinking while its public debt is expanding. It argues that Bitcoin as the national currency, as it has been doing since September 2021, risks halting its recovery. The adoption of a cryptocurrency as legal tender, however, entails large risk for financial and market integrity, financial stability, and consumer protection. It can also create contingent liabilities. And this is just FUD, guys. Gosh dang it. I wouldn't have read this to you if I probably would have read it. It's just too much FUD. Yeah, okay, we know what they think, but come on, writer, have your own opinion about this or something like. Okay, so if he's not gonna have an opinion about it, I am, guys. So what are they saying? So let's just break down what they're saying for a minute here. They are basically trying to say that we, as the International Monetary Fund, have a plan to have your economy recover in a way that we see fit, and Bitcoin is halting that recovery the way that we see fit. Well, actually, when he is buying Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, when he is buying Bitcoin at the dip every time, and then Bitcoin skyrockets up after that, I mean, what is he doing with the profits? That's the thing. So you are making a lot more money off of this Bitcoin profit buying the dip. Like, he's buying like a pro. Every dip he's buying. So he's making money. Guaranteed he's making money. So I don't agree with the International Monetary Fund. And they're going to see in about a year or so that they were wrong. And their objection goes back to June. It says, shortly after El Salvador President Nayib Bukele announced at the Bitcoin conference in Miami that he was proposing a law that would require citizens and businesses to accept Bitcoin as payment. And that happened. That's going on actively as we speak. The law went into effect and it became legal tender, and people and companies have to accept it. I mean, how could Bitcoin not fail? I mean, you do have the INF, the IMF that is attacking it, but it's not going to work. I mean, they would have stopped it before it happened. If they were really serious about it, they would have basically, put the foot on the neck. They could have. That's what they're trying to do now. I mean, I guess they could still do it, but I think it's going to make El Salvador a lot of money. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking about El Salvador. You think it's going to make it money in the long run? Do you think it was an absolute stupid idea? Do you agree with the International Monetary Fund, or are you like me and you actually think that he's buying the dip like a pro? And man, he is, though. Every time I read the news, Nayib Bukele bought the dip, another 700 Bitcoin, another 400 Bitcoin. Like, yeah, dude, that's pro stuff. As long as he's sharing those profits, you know, and not like waiting for the price to jack up before, you know, he helps his people. I don't know exactly how that works. So maybe there is a flaw in the system somewhere, you know, but as long as he's buying the dip and making profit, I don't see a problem with it. And I see it being a positive for El Salvador. So let's move on past that. So around the world, we're still talking about crypto. And this is what I'm talking about. These are bigger countries, you know, and we've talked about Kazakhstan, and they're, you know, shutting the internet off and the mining and all of that. And now Russia, Bitcoin regulation needed in Russia. So this is good. They're talking about not a ban. Bitcoin regulation. This is what they need to do. And they need to just kind of do it in a way that works for them. And, you know, just don't go overboard, because if not, the crypto will leave your nation and you will be a third world country in no time. I don't think Russia's a third world country. I know there's places over there that are, you know, in like Eastern Europe and stuff, but I don't think Russia is a third world country. I think it is a first world country. So I don't want to see it become a first world or a third world country because they, you know, decide to kick out cryptocurrency, and then their economy falls apart, and then they have to use money about this big to buy a coffee. You know what I mean? All that stacks of money, hyperinflation stuff that takes over. You know, that's already happened in Turkey, right? That's a first world country that hyperinflation has taken over. And there's just a lot of things that I don't like to see. You know, I want crypto to help, you know, and I think it can do it on a mass level. I think it can help the world get out of debt. If we did it the right way, I think cryptocurrency is the answer to world debt. Let that sink in for a minute, guys. Think about what I just said. And then, you know, wonder why there's so much fighting against that. Like, why don't we all work together? The United States, Russia, China, all of us as a world, you know, and get all of us out of debt with crypto. We could do it. There's enough money in crypto to get every country in the world out of debt. Make us profits. You know, I don't know where all that money comes from or whatever, but it comes from somewhere. And I think it could, you know, be the real solution to debt. And maybe it has to be that some of the countries don't get involved and they're going to be the ones that really suffer. And I don't want to see that, but I think maybe that's the way it's going to be. Like, you know, even if China decides to make their own, which they are, the digital yuan, and I guess it's kind of, you know, being a little bit successful or whatever for now over there. But what happens, you know, when the people change their mind or it loses all its value? What happens then? You know, then they're going to have to be looking towards another currency. So let's read a little bit about this story and see exactly what's going on. So Russia's central bank last week proposed a ban on Bitcoin mining and transactions. The country's finance ministry says that's not what's needed to protect citizens. Okay, cool. The finance ministry is kind of, you know, smart people finally. So, but the finance ministry today said the country needs to regulate, not prohibit crypto. I believe that as well. So, Russia's finance ministry today called for cryptocurrency regulation, just 1 week after the country's central bank called for a ban. Ivan Chebeskov, director of finance ministry's financial policy department, today said that regulation was needed to protect citizens, not a ban, according to Tuesday report by Russian media and publication RBC. Russia's central bank last week suggested that not only should Bitcoin mining be halted in the country, but Russians should not be able to even buy cryptocurrency. Man, that would be so horrible to have your government tell you that you cannot become a millionaire, that you don't have a chance at success in your life. What a dreary existence that must be, to know, like my hope is one day, I'll be a major success. Like, maybe I'll do really good on YouTube or crypto, or make connections here that lead me to the next stage of my life, or I blow up on YouTube or whatever, that this opens doors, to change, my life, because I'm willing to put in the hard work. I've already put in tons of work and I'm willing to put in more. The reason that I am where I am is because, well, one, bad life choices, also, medical issues. I've had a lot of health issues in my life. And so that kept me from succeeding, but at least I have a chance at success. Even though I went through all of those things in my life, and I came from where I came from, growing up without a dad and, basically poor, it changes things when you can get out of that situation as an adult. We all have a chance, as an adult, to change that. So now here's my chance. And what did it come? In the form of cryptocurrency. So don't take that away from your citizens and countries. China already did it, but they've been taking people's dignity for as long as we can remember, right? So that's what, communism does, is it takes dignity. So why would they stop now with cryptocurrency? But look at Bitcoin hovering right around 37,000, guys. That's what I'm hoping, that we can break above. We need to get actually to above 38 to really start getting somewhere. And then, I'm looking at the 40 to 44 range, for that EMA 21 and the EMA 50, but we got a lot of work to do before we even get close to there. So yeah, anyway, let's keep moving on down the road. I would like to, before we do any more news, I just kind of want to go and talk about these layer one cryptos and where they're at right now, and kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on, what I think is going to happen, and how we deal with big old dumps like this, and how to move on and survey the wreckage. So that's what we're doing right now. We are in wreckage survey mode. We are trying to figure out how to pick up all the pieces from the dump, or the tornado, the twister, the devastation in the nation of Bitcoin. That was pretty cool, actually. Let me see here. Cardano. Mano. Okay, so there is obviously some resistance. Viva la resistance. Why was that so hard to say? Viva la resistance. Viva la yeah, I can't say it. I absolutely cannot say it. Viva la resistance. Viva la resistance. Why is that so hard for me to say? Viva la resistance. Okay, well, it might help if I knew what I was saying before I said it. Viva la resistance. Viva la resistance. That's what I was trying to say. Viva la resistance. I said it. Sweet. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Because in one world, this would kind of be where we're at. And it's like this falling channel that we have here, like a falling channel, but we broke out and then went back inside of it. As you see, we just have this channel. We, broke to the downside a little bit there, wick down. And then we had a nice pump out. And it looked like we were actually starting to recover. Just kidding. All the way back down under, and still resistance. But if you see here, we're starting to go up now. So we're going to definitely test like 108 if we can even make it back up there. I think we will probably back up to 108 from here. So if not, then we go down much, much further back to the other side of this, which would be, oh my goodness, guys. You're talking 40 cents. I don't think that one's going to happen. So we're actually probably going to go up. We're not going down to 41 cents. Get that out your brain. It ain't happening. Not with the Cardano. I'm sorry. We're not going back to those levels again. So I'm going to be looking for an actual breakout from this point right here. Let's get some indicators real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each of these because if we want to get and look at all those Ethereum gems that we want to talk about before the end of this, then we're going to have to kind of speed it up a little bit. So I don't want to take up like hours and hours of your time. I'm trying to get my live streams down to like 1 hour, like an hour and 20 minutes tops. What do you guys think? You like those longer streams? I mean, the longer stream is better for me because we get more viewers and YouTube likes it more. The longer the stream, I've noticed YouTube rewards me with more views. So I do what YouTube rewards me to do. And then I try to avoid what YouTube punishes, because YouTube rewards and they punish, I think. I don't know. It feels like I get punished on YouTube sometimes, or maybe that's just the way it seems. I don't know. But yeah, we are super far below all of these since we broke this and then went back down under. So guys, these are crucial areas that I would actually consider buying at $1 all day long. Now, we also have some support going this way as well. It is a downward trending support. So, and we're kind of right on the edge of it there. So, if we break down of this support, which we've always closed up in, I don't think that's going to happen, because then we go down to like 40 something. I don't think we'll probably hit, something at 93 here, even if we do go down. So I'm not looking for much farther of a retrace. If we do retrace, see, it's already up at 104. So I really think we're going to head up higher from here. And let's look at the 4 hour real quick before we move on, because I do just want to kind of glance at these just for a bit. Yeah, we're just super far below everything. We are getting close to EMA 9 on the 4 hour, but still, guys, things are so down right now. This is when I buy crypto. When we're so below everything and all we can really do is go up from here, unless, Bitcoin's done forever, and that's not the case. So yeah, I'm buying. This guy says, like, if you think ADA will go up. Well, look at the 665 likes, guys. So if you guys like my video right now, Cardano will go up, just like this guy says, January 24th. Well, I'm saying that on January 25th. Like if you think ADA will go up. Now, I want to see more likes than this guy got. Who is this guy? Do better than this guy, can't we? I mean, we have a good community. Yeah, we got tons of people. We got 500 people on right now. We're the biggest channel in the world. 5 million people all at once, all on watching my channel right now. Feels good. No, there's 5 people watching, but that's still, that's not bad. I would like to get at least 15 or 20 on at all times, but I'll settle for 5. I'm not greedy. Let's look at internet computer price. Ooh, I've been really disappointed in the performance of internet computer, but guess what? I've just been disappointed with crypto. So internet computer price is kind of just in the middle of all of that. I'm just irritated that I bought it at $44. But I don't know. I really thought the chances of it going up towards 750 were a lot higher than going down, and I was wrong, and I lost a lot of money because of it. So I am in the same boat with most people that have lost a lot of money in the internet computer price. But guess what? I'm not worried, because I'm holding for the future and I'm going to make money. Can you imagine buying into this at 700? No, I wouldn't. There's no way I would. 44 shouldn't have been the top. We shouldn't have seen a big dip from $44, guys. We really shouldn't have. If you look 3 months ago, that's probably around when I bought it. Yeah, I bought it $44. Where was that? Where was $44 at? Yeah, right there. I guess I bought at the top. I don't think I bought at the top. I probably bought somewhere. Oh, I probably bought this dip. Yeah, I probably bought one of these dips, and then it really dipped on me, and then it really dipped on me, and then it really dipped on me. Has that ever happened to you? You just buy something at like 44 and you're like, oh, yay. And look, I bought it over here. That's right. It was like in October or something. I remember that because I bought it around here. It was like $43, $44. And then it went up to like 50 something. I was like, yeah, I bought in. I'm in the profit. Things are looking good. I bought in at like 44. It's at 50 something. You know, life's good. You know, I'm the best. I never lose. You know, getting cocky a little bit, loving it. And then, okay, well, at least we're not at 44, right? I'm still making money. Oh, well, it'll go up in the future. I'm long term. Oh, it did go. Oh, well. Oh, okay. Well, 40 is not bad. Okay, we could sit at 40, no problem. Oh, okay. Well, life's over now. You might as well just come take my wallet. You want the keys to my car? Yep. All right. Do I owe you all my groceries too? You taking my cat? Oh man. That's what it feels like, man. Just every time it drops, it's like it feels like the IRS is coming in and repoing something from you. You're just like, man, ugh. But that's with all crypto. And you know, if you look at it, it only lost about 50% of its value, a little bit more, 55, 50, maybe 60% for in about 3 months. Yeah, so we're talking 55 down to like 18. So what is that? That's like 65% maybe. Not that much, like 60%. So not too bad. Now the graph, I don't know how much it went down a lot more. The graph I got done dirty, but I'm gonna make a profit on all of these. Watch, I'm gonna sell this for over $44, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. You're probably gonna have to watch my channel for the next year or so to monitor this, because like I said, I don't have paper hands. So when you want to see me sell something, it might take a year or two. So you're gonna have to really be loyal to my channel, and if you do, then I'm gonna take you to the moon, guys. I'm serious. We're going to the moon together. One way or another. You can either go there with me or you can watch me go there. So that's the thing, and not financial advice, of course, entertainment purpose only, you know, but I really do want to help people, and that's why I'm doing this. And I think we can make a lot of money together, and this is the one right here. This is where the money's going to be made in the future, and it's going to be comparable to Ethereum and Bitcoin, you know, maybe even in the future. And we're going to see like, you know, $1,000 coins. These are going to be worth thousands and thousands. This is just the infancy. It's only been here since May, you know, of 2021. So, yeah, the internet computer, at least. I mean, the blockchain's been around a little bit longer, but I think we've hit an absolute bottom. 18, so that 17 right there is definitely, I think, bedrock. We hit 18 over here and then almost there again. So I really think that we're at the bottom here, and we need to start going up, and we need to start bringing, you know, some of this traction momentum moving upwards, and it's going to happen one way or another, whether you buy in or not. Okay, that's why I say anything sub $25 are dream level prices. I stick behind that right now. So if you can get it at $20.20, you better be, you know, just getting as much as, because that's five. You can get 5 of them for $100 right now, and so people were buying these at $700. So that means what's 5? That's 35 of them that you would get in place of their one. So for $700, you can get 35 right now. And I think it takes about 100 ICP to make a millionaire. If you can get your hands on 100 ICP, you can become a millionaire in 10 years. So if you're willing to collect 100 ICP and wait 10 years, you run a 50 or 60% chance of becoming a millionaire. Are those good odds for you? Would you be willing to risk those odds? I am. I'm willing to risk those odds. Those are not very good odds. 60-40 is not very good. That's almost like a flip of a coin. So, but that's better than the lottery, 1 in a million. I'd take a 60% shot over a 1 in a million shot. So, you know, that's basically in your favor. and so that's why I'm looking at these low levels. We can bring the indicators out, but right now that doesn't really even matter to me on these cryptos. We're going to go in and look at some really good altcoin gems here in a bit, but I just kind of want to show you we are at so low levels that these EMA ribbons are just going to be kind of jokes right now. And these are going to be our resistance, of course, but we're not above any of them, not the lowest, not the highest. So things are looking very, very down for crypto. And as you see, we've kind of stayed under them, breaking out a little bit. But for the most part, when we don't break above, we get pushed down further. So broke above here, but couldn't sustain it. So we had a fall back down. So we will go up and we'll try to do it again. And we'll probably have a double bottom here. That's what I'm hoping to see, is like a double bottom, kind of like a W. Get this to go up a little bit and then maybe down and then, or yeah, just any kind of W pattern. But for right now, it looks like a descending triangle, which is actually bearish. But I don't see a bearish scenario right now. I really don't. Even though this wick is a little bit higher on the upside, I don't think we're going down. I believe that this is probably bedrock for ICP. So let's move on. Sorry, I spent a lot of time on this. I don't know. I want people to understand, not to hurt themselves in the future by not buying this at this price. I know you guys probably don't see it the same way I do, and you're probably thinking I'm stupid for buying in this, but this is gonna be one of the ones that changes everything. And it's going to bring Bitcoin to DeFi, or it is right now as we speak. So once that happens, all of those billions of dollars that go through Bitcoin, will start coming over to the internet computer price as well, or through the internet computer price to Bitcoin, or through Bitcoin to the internet computer price through DeFi, right? So it's going to be huge. And all of this stuff that they're building, and this is just the very first year, right? So you guys just need to understand what this is, and yeah, go from there. And it's just like Solana at, if Solana was at $20 before it blew up. So that's where we're at with that. Solana, $92. Imagine if it was down to $20. Wouldn't you buy it all day long? Like if you could get 5 Solana for $100, wouldn't that be crazy? It was just $200. Now you can get 5 of them for $100, but it's at 92 right now. Not quite as good as 5 for $100, but it went down to 87 here. And these are just strong layer 1 blockchains that, even though there's big dips, these are going to be your long-term cryptos. They're not going anywhere. These guys are fundamentally sound. They are your layer 1 blockchains. So they have multi-billion-dollar crypto companies built on top of them. So yeah, they don't just go away as fast as some of the other, I think Crypto Wendy calls them vaporware cryptos, like your, some altcoins. They're just small businesses, right? Or big businesses, depending on the altcoin. Solana, big business. And there's venture capitalists that, join these. There might even be some in internet computer. That's what King Love was saying. I don't know. We need to look more into that, because I don't really want to get involved with venture capitalists at all, because they're like little, I hate to say it, they're like little pansies. And it just irritates me. They're like the pansies of the investment world. And if you're a crypto venturer, email me and prove me wrong. Like, have a conversation with me, and then I will come and I will retract everything that I just said. But for now, I think venture capitalists are a little bit weak. They're paper-handed. They don't have what it takes to really be successful in crypto. And what it takes, patience. That's it. Patience and a little bit of smarts. Anybody with those two things can be successful in crypto. You don't have to be of course you have to have the technology. So you have to have a little bit of money. and you have to have the money to invest. So those are the things that all you need to become a millionaire in crypto. A little bit of money to start up, a little startup capital to invest, the equipment like, a laptop or a phone, and, that's basically all you would need to really become successful in crypto, and then learn research. I mean, that's why you would have your phone, and you can do it all yourself. People go to school for years to learn what I'm teaching you guys here in minutes. So I know sometimes I go on and on, but bear with me when I do that. So Solana, let's see where we're going. I know my friend was buying in at 140 bucks. We do need to talk about Algorand too, because I love it. It's like a layer 1 and a layer 2. I don't really know what to call it. I call it kind of a layer 1.5 because it's its own blockchain, but it's kind of like a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. So it's weird. I don't know. It's like it doesn't really know what it is. It's kind of, I think it's confused maybe. But yeah, identity crisis. Let's see. Solana's not looking too hot, but actually the good thing is we're kind of at the bottom of the wedge now, or the bottom of the wedge. Yeah, it looks like we already bounced off there and we're actually heading back up. So I don't see a retracement back down to 88. I think we might actually start heading up. Look at the top of the line here. It's going to be somewhere around, well, I mean, it depends on how long it takes us to get over there. So it can be anywhere from like, let's say 128 all the way down to like 120, or even less. See, the further we go in dates, the farther down the top is, because it's a downward trending slope line. So it would follow that path. You just make it longer. See, that's all you do. And then boom. And then see, now it's only 108 instead of it having to go. That's like a $20 drop from where it was, right? 128. And then that's a $20 drop just because of the dates. So it's kind of weird how the charts go like that. But if you get kind of understanding that, then you can kind of guess these bottoms right here. As you see, they happen a lot. We can kind of circle them. They happen, frequently, where it, goes down and touches this level like a lot. So you kind of know when you're at that area right now, and we're probably going to end up going back up now. That's, we could go a little bit sideways for a little while, but then I'm thinking we do go up because this is a support level, unless the worst case scenario happens and we break down. That is also a possibility. But on a downward trending, falling wedge right like this, with a downward trending support line and a downward trending resistance, I'm actually looking for a break to the upside most of the time. There is a chance that we could break to the downside. There are a couple instances where that happens, but we have a lot of movement from top to bottom. And when we get such profound movement, most of the time it does break to the upside. So this is a really bullish pattern. Like I said, it can go to the downside though. So that's what we're going to be looking for. If it breaks below this support line, even as we go down further, the cool thing is it's going to take a lot to break down below that, because as the days go by, that level is downward trending. See, and it takes a lot to get down it. And if we're already out here in February 10th, it's already down to like 63 bucks. So it has to go a lot further to dump on us, right? So that's a good thing. And it looks like it's in our favor right now. So even if it does go down a little bit more, this looks like a bottom price to buy, because if it does go down more, it's not going to go down much more, unless it's a breakdown, which it doesn't look. It looks like more of a bottom than and everything looks like a bottom, like Bitcoin, but that can change in an instant, I've noticed lately. So right now you have two choices. And I'm not going to just go back and forth because it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing. I do. I'm just trying to lay out all the options for you. You can either buy right now and go in hardcore at $90, which you might not get a chance to buy. Imagine like a couple months ago, if you could have bought Cardano at $90, everybody would be like, what? No way, it's going to like 250. You want to buy it at 90? Yeah. So these are the things that I'm talking about. You got to remember those because they're going to happen again. And Solana's not going anywhere. So I'm definitely picking up Solana all day at $92. I'm actually going to be trying to get it down here at 79. I would love to get me an $80, Solana, because how many, let's see, $80, you get 10 of them for 800. You're talking about 12 and a half for $1,000. So that's not too bad for Solana. When it was just 250, you could barely get 4 of them for 1,000. Now you can get 12 and a half. So that's the way that I look at things. This is a really good purchase price. This is a floor bottom price. It says we're going up. So I really think that, this would be a really good time for Cardano or for Solana. And I am not a holder. I'm not shilling this coin. I could actually care less if you buy it or not. But I do want you guys to make money. So, there's that. So here we go to Polygon. Look at that. Still holding $1.56. I love it. It's held its price really, really well. I'm actually very impressed with Polygon. Unlike the graph that lost more than 50% of my money, Polygon barely lost less than half. So I'm really excited to get in to look at this here with you guys, because Polygon is the hit right now. This is, the person that promised you that it would all work out, and then it did. That's Polygon right now. And all the other cryptos are those people that promised it would work out, and it did, just like you thought. So good news. Look at that. We have a breakout to the upside on Polygon right now. Cool. It's not confirmed, and there's no volume. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Last time it broke out, look how much and how high it broke out. So that's not a confirmed breakout yet, but I could actually even see it going back up to the top here. Seeing a $2.30 Polygon again. What were we under? Yeah, like 280. Okay, almost $3. So it did go down about half. Not quite though. So this one did hold. It held its value pretty well, man. But still, it's a crypto dump, guys. It got everything. Everybody was taking their money out, and the reason Polygon, I think, did so well is because that whole time people were selling their altcoins. They were having to use Ethereum, and that got too expensive, so they're using the Polygon layer 2, side chain, so that they don't have to pay as much fees for their Ethereum. So that's pretty smart, and I think that's why the value is kept so much, and that's why this is such a good crypto to have, and it's one of a must in your portfolio. Not financial advice, of course. Entertainment purposes only. Common sense, guys. I'm a real advocate for these layer 1s and certain layer 2s that bring value beyond just a project in and of itself, but it actually adds to another project and is its own project in and of itself. So they have to have both of those criteria for me to feel comfortable. And I do. I like this one. Good crypto. Definitely symmetrical triangle breakout. So I'd like to see some volume here. So if you guys really want to push Polygon right now, this is a really crucial time for it. So if we have any Polygon whales in the house, the bulls are up. Not financial advice, of course, but time to put your money where your mouth is if you love your Polygon, because it's at that breakout point right now, and all it needs is volume. So every buy, every sell right now on Polygon is going to determine if we break out of this point to the upside, or if we fall back in here and touch the bottom again and go to like $1.47 back down here, or even lower, depending on how long it takes. So we need volume, which is actually back and forth. So buying and selling. If you can buy and sell a bunch for really cheap, I don't know. I don't know if I should probably tell you to do that, but I'm not telling you to do that. But I think if you buy and sell a bunch, and if it's super cheap on Polygon, that raises the volume. So if you're selling like 100,000 and then buying 100,000, that's 200,000. And you sell it by 100,000, 200,000. It costs like maybe 5 cents per sell. And then if you just keep selling 100,000 worth and then buying it back and selling it and buying it back and selling it, I mean, boom, we'd have a nice breakout. I don't know. That might be illegal in the stock market. I don't know if it's a thing in crypto or not, dude. I think I just did I just come up with like a cheat code for crypto, or is it illegal? Normally, my good ideas are illegal. I hate having good ideas because they're normally illegal. Yeah, all it would take is just to buy, like, what if it only cost a nickel for $100,000 transaction on, Polygon? Because that's all it takes is some volume. When we have a breakout like this, volume confirms it. So that's what I would do, dude. If I had a crypto that I could buy and sell back and forth for cheap, that's how you get a crypto to break out. Get like 10 of your friends to do it all at once. Be like, dude, let's all sell like 100,000 at once, buy it back, sell it, buy it back. Even if it costs us like $100, we're probably going to break out, and then make a lot more money. I don't know. I don't want, to get the door kicked in on me and like get swatted because I'm talking about this. You know what I mean? That would be sucky. All right, we're getting close to where we're going to look at these altcoin gems and Ethereum ones that were really going off on Coinbase the other day. But I want to talk about this first because we were just talking about this cool Polygon and possibly breaking out. So this is some good news for Polygon. I don't know if it's good news for YouTube or not, but YouTube's head of gaming leaves to join Polygon Studios as CEO. So this dude is joining Polygon Studios as CEO from YouTube's head of gaming. That's who this guy was. So YouTube Gaming, this guy was the head of it. And now he's going to join Polygon Studios as the CEO. That's crazy. Huh. The head of YouTube Gaming, Ryan Wyatt, will soon be leaving his post at the Google-owned tech company. Starting in March, Wyatt will become the CEO of Polygon Studios, a new venture dedicated to building on the Ethereum sidechain, Polygon. Despite YouTube's own growing interest in blockchain and NFTs, Wyatt says it's time for a new venture. I came to YouTube almost 8 years ago to help give gamers a voice and represent the gamers' needs in every day, Wyatt wrote on Twitter. So we all have our reasons for doing things. That's kind of cool that a lot of us, that's how normally a good person always has like a good reason why they do stuff, like their heart just drove them to do it, and, just do it besides their own, selfish interests. He did it to give gamers a voice. And that is so unselfish. That's I can get behind people like that because that's just like me. And that's why I like Crypto Wendy so much. You can just tell. That's why I gravitate to people like that. I just do. And they don't always gravitate back to me, but some of them do. I used to be really magnetic, and I still kind of am. But I put my foot in my mouth a lot. Like I tend to be a little bit rude sometimes without knowing it, I guess. And that's what happened to me, especially in the beginning of my YouTube journey. I was kind of like, I didn't know the etiquette that you weren't supposed to just go, promote your video and other people's stuff. And that's all I ever did. And I got kicked out of all the big groups because of it. I didn't know. I was just trying to promote my YouTube. I didn't know there was etiquette that you had to go in there and, provide value and all this other, stuff that, they don't tell you when you join YouTube. They're like, hey, you can't go over and, do this or you're going to, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm just saying I wanted to bring value. This guy wanted to bring value to Polygon. So in my role at Polygon Studios, I will be focused on growing the developer ecosystem through investment, marketing, and developer support, and bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3, the regular internet and the internet on the blockchain. I'll be leading the Polygon Studios organization across gaming, entertainment, fashion, news, sports, and more. And he says here, it is bittersweet news to share that I'm leaving YouTube. I have loved every minute of my time here, but it is time for my next endeavor. I am elated to announce that I will be joining at Ox Polygon Matic as their CEO of Polygon Studios. Thank you for the memories, Google, YouTube. And, you know, I love YouTube, but I really just wish they would push my videos a little bit more, like not push them, but like, yeah, show people my videos. That's the only problem. My impressions have dropped like 1,000%, and I don't know. That's why my channel's suffering. It happened ever since the bots, but we're recovering, but those impressions are still wrong. So, and the cards aren't showing up on my thing. So I think there's some glitches in YouTube. We've got past most of them, and this guy looks like he's having fun going to work. I didn't know they had a CEO. So that's pretty cool that he's, you know, really into the Web3, because that's where my channel is going to be a lot this year. You know, Web3, internet computer price. We're going to be doing a lot more, you know, videos on ICP. This last week, we didn't do the Friday or Monday ICP videos because of the dump that was happening in crypto. I wanted to focus on that and help you guys instead of, you know, just the regular ICP videos, but we're probably going to go back to that Friday and Monday so we can, you know, really get into those and provide value for Definity so that they will continue to fund the channel and continue to sponsor us. So I'd like your help with that. If you, you know, can support those videos, all my ICP videos, go over and smash the like button up, you know, comment, whatever you can do, watch them till the end to help those counts. And, you know, maybe think about buying and staking ICP for the long term, or don't think about buying it. Go do research and see if it's good for your situation. I never want to tell anybody to go buy anything. If it works for you and you're able to do it, there is money to be made there. So, but the final thing I want to talk about before we go look at the altcoin gems and have our Q&A, Bitcoin's correction continues for now, but eventually it could go parabolic, says Peter Brandt. Selling pressure is not yet over, although a confirmed shakeout could give way to new highs, according to the chartist. So, and then this is what he was saying right here. It's having a swinging uptrend like that. You see that from the time before? So that is a big rise in a local bottom. And we are just so high above all of that that we're good to go. Like that 36.5 right here. I mean, we literally have to go down to about 20,000, you know, in order to really, or 25,000, I think it is, whatever that price is, that sweet spot right here that would really wreck us and put us in a downward trajectory. We're not in that yet. So we're good to go here. This is actually probably going to have one more move to the upside, and it might not even, you know, happen over a month. It could happen in like a 2-week period. We blast up and go to 100K and then have a blow off top, boom, and that lasts like the next month. 2 weeks up and a week. Well, yeah, 2 weeks up and a week down, 3 weeks. That's all it takes. And we're at the end of the market. So, yeah, I wonder what you guys think about that. Now, okay, I'm not going to bore you too much because we're going to go in and look at the Coinbase stuff, but I want to, I gotta get my phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on Coinbase and I'm going to be looking for these crazy altcoin gems that are making tons of money and see if there's any money to be made in those, or if it's just going to cost us too much gas fees to buy them. Like, because all that stuff says you can do it on Coinbase wallet. Is it worth it for us, guys? So let's look. I'm going to actually have you follow along on here as well. So let me put this back over here and let's go to Coinbase, but I'm not going to be able to tell you what crypto until I go in here and have a look. So we'll look at the Coinbase and then we'll just have to kind of go from there. I wish I could kind of hook my phone up to the screen. I know there's a way to do it, but Thank you guys for your support. If you haven't, please consider smashing the like button, comment on the video in the live chat, and afterwards, both of them help. I appreciate all of that. And it all helps the channel. You know, YouTube, they really like interaction. I guess it shows value in their eyes. So if you just do all those things, do 1 million likes. Actually, I think you can only do one, but if they like it so much, why don't they let people do them a lot? Like the more somebody presses on it, the more it does. I don't know. Okay, Pluton. This thing has been pumping for like a week. Is this thing any good? 23 bucks. Okay, well, it says 22. Yep, 22.42. Okay. It was just at 23 bucks. Okay, it was at, and that's in May 20. Why is it up higher than its old all-time high right now? What the heck is this thing? Oh, these are all the trending assets right here, guys. And a lot of these are the ones that are doing good. Perpetual Protocol. I don't know what this thing. Oh, cool. So we aren't really going to have to go much into Coinbase at all. We have them all right here. So Perpetual Protocol. What is this, guys? Krill? Gods Unchained? Is that a game? That sounds like a game. I know what Synthetics is. A Tribe Called Quest? Or is that, wait, that's a group. Tribe, I guess. Function X. I've been seeing this thing a lot lately. I don't know what it is. Let's view all of them. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, the top gainer, new listing, most visited, Perpetual Protocol, guys. Look at this. Perpetual Protocol. Shipping, Pluton. All right, these are all the ones that are going crazy, and we're going to go look at each one of them. So Pluton, 22.44. What is going on with this thing and why? Well, let's look at the day. 15 to 20 bucks today. Wow. Okay. This thing is all over the place. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't buy after a pump. It just pumped hardcore, so definitely, but it's been pumping for like a week. Every time I look at it, it pumps again. You know what I mean? Just like, dang, I wanted to buy it down here, and then it pumps, and then it goes down and it pumps, and it goes down and it pumps. It's up 192%. So yeah, that's a big push up. Now let's look at Perpetual Protocol. These Ethereum tokens, yo. This one's at $5. Now, let's look at the day. Well, we aren't really gaining anything. I wonder why people are after this one. It had a nice little gain the other day. Maybe even on the week. Well, maybe not. We just kind of dumped. So maybe this is just a good time to buy this crypto. I would definitely look into this one. I wouldn't, tell you to buy anything, like I said, but, there's something to it. Nice market cap, 433 mil. 84% of people are buying it. And it is being searched a lot right now. So I'm thinking this is going to be one that I might look into getting right here is Perpetual Protocol. Now, Krill, not 100% sure what this is. I kind of want to look at Gods Unchained right here. Down 12% today, or this year, I say. Ooh. 30%. Ooh, down 11% today. Okay, this thing just had a big drop. Kind of went back up a little bit this week. But yeah, it's kind of just went down like the whole market has. And we're starting to recover now a little bit. So who knows? I won't be buying Gods Unchained though. Unfortunately, that's just not something I'm interested in. But Krill, maybe, I don't know. So this guy was 20 to 30 cents before a $4.61 pump and an 80 cents now. Yeah, guys. Yep. This is one. This has got to be a good one. I mean, hold on. Yep, 59% of people buying, all-time high 476. We are down 30% this week, guys. Only 38 million total supply, typical hold time 6 days. Look at that small volume, 1.9 million. Look at that small market cap, 30 million. This thing can go up so freaking much, and it's on Coinbase. Hold on, I might have to buy this one like right this very second. I didn't even know I was going to buy anything, but dang, that looks good to me right now. Come on, where is it? Trade. What is it called? Krill. K-R-Y. Why is it a Y? You'd think it would be an I. Krill. Okay, Krill. Please tell me it's tradable. Please tell me it's tradable. Yes! It's tradable. Cool. And it's like at the lowest price it's ever been. Man, it reminds me of internet computer price at the absolute bottom. Yeah, it's like never been at this price before, before the pump it was 20 to 30 cents. But now it sits at 80, but it's a 5x rise to 461, which happened in November 4th or November 3rd. One of those days, November 4th. November 6th. That's what it was, November 6th. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting into this one. It looks like it might want to go down more, though. Yeah, the chart just makes it look like it's going to go down. Let's look, guys. Look at this thing. I don't know. Looking at it on Coinbase kind of made me, yeah, look at that. It looks like it's still going down. That's the only problem. I don't know. I might wait. Man, I hate that. Why do they put this thing here? There's got to be a way to get rid of that. That is the most annoying thing that any website can do, is put these stupid things here that just pop up out of nowhere for no reason. Okay, so if I touch these, it shows up. Okay. Maybe I'll just try to avoid that. Okay, but anyway, let's look at the month. Yeah, so we had a little pump right here. So there is life. That was January 1st. I mean, there is some life there. And then it just dies down right here and just floppity flop. So it's a gamble, but man, it's down 44% this month alone. So yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 to do that one. Now let's go look at Tribe. This is another one that I guess these things have been going crazy, and they're all Ethereum tokens. I don't know why they're going so nuts, but yeah, this one's down 70% this year. It's down 33% this month, 30% this week, 10% today, 1% this hour. Dang, this thing is just taking a hit. Yeah, I just don't see any value in this one. There's just no room from the bottom to the top. It goes maybe 3x at the most, at the very most. So I'm going to pass on Tribe. Let's see what else we got. Is that it? Function X. Actually, we're going to look at this one because I have seen this thing gain and lose. So look at this volatility. I mean, you could basically double your money, sell out, double your money again, sell out, buy in at 20, quadruple your money, sell out, buy in at 64, triple your money, and you could probably do it again down here at 50, 61. Yeah, we're probably going to be going up again. So I would definitely be buying this at like 50, 60 cents for sure. The month's been pretty rotten, but look at that blast off. Oh yeah, it can blast off out of nowhere. So okay, I think that's about everything. We had a good video tonight. I appreciate you guys for joining. I do want to take some Q&A and maybe even do some more of those coins if you guys want to. So we're going to get right into that right now. I have it on my computer. Got to make sure my daughter's painting is in the background. It's that thing right there. You can't see it very well, but it's there. I promise you. I know I put it there. So let's go. Yeah. Game token. I know Gods Unchained is a game, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not messing with. That's why I said I'm not messing with that one. So Polygon is best. Algo, XTZ, Adam, and for me, XYO. For moving my head this time. Bezos taking it at Amazon. Oh. Okay. Fight the FUD. Let's go. Bitcoin is uncontrolled. Yeah, they don't like anything they can't control. That includes people as well. So they can't control money. They can't control people. It really makes them mad. So, yeah, a good place to retire for sure. Yeah, we want to take the power away from the banks. Yeah, and I'm sick of the way that, these greedy, predatory, institutions come after everyday people. Like, and they've done it to me too. And I was just barely, I'm not really making a lot of money either. And they're coming after me like I'm a millionaire or something. I'm still struggling. You know what I mean? So I don't understand why they think I have all this money, like all the cable companies and anyone that I do business with, like the insurance company. They always want me to pay the most for everything, like the most expensive this. And I'm like, yeah, I want to take care of my stuff, but I don't need your most expensive. And then when I agree with them something on the phone, then they do the exact opposite of what I said. That's why I don't like doing things online, because you could, or on the phone, you tell someone to do something and then they lie to you and do it whatever way they want because it's not in front of you. You said it over the phone. You're like, hey, that's not what I said. And now they're trying to tell me I need to pay for, yeah, it's just been a crazy situation that I can't believe is happening. Like, I can't believe there's no rights for someone like me that is protected by them just trying to rob me like that. So that's the banks and that's the insurance companies and all big business. They're all kind of correlated, so it is what it is. There's greed everywhere, and it's all about, I don't understand the thought process of taking other people's money. That's where the government goes wrong, where they try to take people's money. Like, why not set up stuff to make people want to give their money instead of like making people pay taxes? Or like, why should we pay the government? Why should we pay for politicians to have a salary? No, that should be the first thing to go. Our tax money does not pay politicians' salary. If you raise the money in your campaign or whatever, then you get paid. But you're not using our tax dollars to pay politicians anymore. The president, maybe, that's it, because he deserves it. Well, I mean, I'm not going to talk about this guy, but for the most part, the president deserves a salary. For the most part, we have good presidents. Not saying recently, but I like Bill Clinton. I like Barack Obama. There was a lot of some good ones. Some good ones. I like Bill. Don't get me wrong. Bill, a little bit of Monica in your life, I really think that ADA is up against the wall, and I don't see it moving anytime soon at the top, and I never look back. Yeah, I kind of did too. unfortunately, but I'm going to buy back into the bottom because I don't think it's up against the wall. I think it had a bit of technical issues, and I think all of crypto is kind of up against the wall. But good point. I did sell at the top two, and I called it $2 Cardano. I actually sold it like $2.50 or something, or $2.30 or $2.20. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not just going to spit out numbers, which I just did. Then I said I'm not going to. But anyway, yeah, I try not to do that. But I think somewhere in the $2 range I sold. And with the plan of buying back, just like Algorand. Now, remember when I sold my Algorand at $1.72, and I'm like, I'm going to buy back cheaper. Now I get to buy in at like 80, 90 cents. I am so glad that I did that. Algorand is the one that saved me from this dump, because you know I bought Algorand like the day before the dump happened, right? And Algorand is the only crypto that dumped and went back above that previous dump price to make me a profit in that altcoin. And I was able to get out of my position at a profit. And then now I'll be able to buy back in at like half the price. Oh man, that makes me happy. Well, why didn't the graph do that? Why didn't internet computer price do that, man? Oh, I'm so happy with that. It was like Algorand and I were perfectly in sync. I was buying at the right times. They were going up when, you know how you normally buy, and then the price goes way down after you buy, or if you sell and then the price goes way up and you could have sold it for more. Well, instead of that happening, when I bought, the price went up, and when I sold, the price went down. Like it's like you want it to. So I got so lucky. Algorand saved my butt. So I'm actually going to take some of the profits I made on Algorand and put them into the graph at lower prices so I can try to get some of my money back on the graph. Thank you, Algorand, for helping me mitigate my losses. I appreciate that. Well, I really do. Like I was like trying to show Algorand some love. I'm like, man, how can I repay Algorand for helping me, dude? Like you literally saved my butt, dude. I know it's money I'm not supposed to be able, or I'm supposed to be able to afford to lose, right? But man, you don't want to lose your money. You can't really afford to lose money. I mean, you can't. It's not my rent money, but yeah, it just sucks. You don't want to lose money. Oh no. Well, so if we see Bitcoin sub 30, that's the only way we're going to see 1257 with ICP. That's, I guarantee you that. Like I'd be willing to bet that one. We're not going to 1257 unless Bitcoin breaks down again. If we have a 30,000 or even maybe $31,000 Bitcoin, we'll see probably about a $16 ICP. And then if we break sub 30, then we're looking 12, 10, 9, probably 8. So we don't want to break that $30,000 support. Yeah, I see what you're saying though, but man, no, don't talk, because guys, that is one thing I want you to know. If you speak something, that's why whenever you say stuff like that, it isn't that I'm trying to contradict you, because you're my people, right? So, but when you speak something into the air, it becomes a thing. And especially on the internet or whatever, and you write it down, it actually becomes like its own entity kind of thing. I'm not trying to get like some weird mystical stuff on you, but it actually has power. Your words have power. And when you speak something, you could actually cause it to go to 1257 if you say it, and the universe is like listening. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure. But sometimes it does. You speak something that happens. And it's happened to me tons of times. I just speak something, like hoping, and I speak it and it happens. Or just say something not knowing, not hoping anything, just say it, and then boom, it happened. You're like, whoa, okay. So I'm always careful with what I say. Projection. That's why I've heard a lot of other influences like Carl the Moon always say, label your successes, picture them in your mind, and write it down. I'm gonna have 100,000 subscribers. I'm gonna have 100,000 subscribers. Vision it, envision it in your mind, speak it, and it becomes a truth. I don't know what it is about the world, but in life, and I don't know if it's a God thing or what, but seriously, when you speak something, there's a power in your words. So just know that. Let's not say a $12.57 ICP, because then it might be $12.57. So no, it's going to be a $30 ICP, and we're going to see a $40,000 Bitcoin. That's why I try to stay positive. I know that's not always true, and it's a bit superstitious, but better safe than sorry. You know what I mean? Like, no need to tempt it. Oh, hey, we missed you too. We've been talking about you a lot. So it's just good to have you back. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm just glad my team has been with me like a lot, and some are old school, so I really appreciate you guys. Justin, Charles, Weeping One. I don't know if you want me to tell them your name. I'll just call you Weeping Angel, because you don't have your name on anything, so I don't want to just blurt out your personal info. You guys doing great. We're freezing half to finally got a little bit of warmth and sunlight today. Good. You need that vitamin D. If you don't get sunlight and that vitamin D, it's really bad for your skin. I have really bad skin now that I'm getting older. Something they don't tell you to take care of. Your skin's an organ, right? It's your biggest organ, your skin. Look it up. Don't believe it. Probably know that, though. I mean, I think they teach that in 3rd grade. By the way, Stellar is already working on bringing Stellar smart contracts? That's interesting, because that was one of my favorite cryptos in the beginning, the Stellar Lumens. So that's pretty interesting. And interconnectivity between all blockchains. Okay, I'd like to see that. Most of my time under a heating blanket, and there's supposedly another storm coming this weekend. Well, we sat through one storm already, figuratively and metaphorically. You sat through one in real life. We sat through one in the crypto market. We're in crypto winter. Why do you think I have this thumbnail of me in like a cabin all covered in snow, man? We're in crypto winter right now. And that's a good thing. This is when, millionaires are made, guys. That's why I showed you these Ethereum coins that we were talking about earlier. So I really want you to get that, in your head. We're in crypto winter, and that's how millionaires are made. As long as you don't send it to the wrong address. That is something I really need to iterate, and I should have said this at the beginning because more people were watching. But guys, take a second before you press that send button and look at the numbers. Go through them, and look, make sure they're all correct if you have to. Take an extra 5 minutes to make sure you have the right address, and even erase it and go copy it again and make sure it's that right one. Because sometimes when you're always working and you always are copying addresses and moving, you might accidentally get a couple copied addresses that might overlap. And you get so busy that you don't realize that the one you have copied now isn't the one that you thought that you had copied, and you send it to another one, and that's either somebody else that you send it to, or you accidentally misspell a letter. Something happens, and you like erase a letter and put one back, and it sends it because it wasn't your address, but it actually was a full address because you accidentally erased the letter and put a different letter. So it changed the address, and you'll never get it back unless you contact that person who owns wherever that address is. And how you would do that, you couldn't. So there's no possible way, if you send your money to the wrong address, whether it be to an address that doesn't exist and it goes poof to nowhere, nothing, gone, or if you sent it to another person's address that you don't know who that is and you don't know how to get a hold of them, there's nothing on the blockchain that's going to be like, okay, contact this person here. You won't know who that person is. You'll just know you sent it to that wallet, and that's it. So maybe you could send another transaction with a code, a message being like, oops, I sent you some Bitcoin. Will you send it back? That's probably the only thing that you could do, right? If you do that. So, or Shiba or whatever crypto it is that you send to the wrong address, especially when you're, withdrawing off of an exchange or, trading wallets. You always just want to take a little bit of time to double check that address and, even erase it a couple times. Like, I get kind of OCD with it a little bit. Like on my Coinbase, especially, like, how we have contest winners here, and I'll have like 5 different people I have to send stuff to. Well, I don't want to accidentally send Bitcoin to the same person twice, and I have 5 different Bitcoin addresses, right? So what I do to make sure I don't do that is after each one, I put the Bitcoin in there, the address, and then I erase it out of my phone, and I don't keep it in the copy place. And then I move on to the next one. You just do it one at a time, and that way you don't run the risk of sending it twice to the wrong, twice to the same address, or you send it to the wrong address. And then after it's all written down, just take one more look at it. Your eyes can work pretty quick. You don't have to spend 10 minutes, but just kind of glance at it, the whole thing, and then glance at it, be like, okay, your eyes will probably tell you, okay, hey, there's something wrong there. You're good to go. And if you add one letter or number, normally, if it's Coinbase or whatever, they'll catch it and they'll be like invalid address. So it's really hard to send it to the wrong address if you're paying attention. So that's all I'm saying. Just pay attention. It happens though. So if it happened to you, don't feel bad. It's happened to all of us. I mean, if you've been in the game for more than a year, you have sent, well, maybe not, because I haven't. So I've never sent to the wrong address. That kind of defeats my point. Almost everybody has sent it to the wrong address, and I'm sure it could happen to me in the future too. So I'm not being arrogant or cocky about it. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody, guys. I've just been lucky so far. That's it. So, but yeah. You've lost a bit of your heart for crypto. Oh. Yeah, I know. Well, see, having EC and all of that, people in support always going, because it was a 24-hour thing. There was always people there. You could always go there. And if you wanted to talk about crypto, no matter what mood you were in, now the only time you get to really do that is on live stream with me. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, and just if you have to, take some time off. For real, take a little bit of time out, even from the channel if you have to, and just get whatever energy you need back, and then come back when you feel better. The market's not going anywhere. For real, if you need to take a step back, that's probably your body telling you need a rest or something. Who knows? So yeah. I hope this storm isn't too bad. I don't know. You live on the East Coast, so I'm not sure. We're January, so yeah, it's still wintertime. Yeah, I hope this shakeout ends, because that's all this is. You know that, right? This is a shakeout. They are shaking everybody out, trying to get the weak hands out. But you notice we barely went below Elon Musk's purchase price of $33,500, right? So there's something to that. And I really think that he's going to protect that price. The bulls step in. Well, guess who the bulls are? One of the richest men in the world, Elon Musk. He's going to use all of his vast fortune to make sure Bitcoin doesn't go much lower than 33,000. Watch. So got more than inches of snow in this one than we got in years, but all in all, weathered that just fine. Just makes a serious mess. Oh. Yeah, imagine having 30 Ethereum now. And I should have bought a whole bunch of it when it was at 150, 200 bucks when I first got in. I should have bought at least 20, 30 Ethereum. I should have. Because I could have afforded it, because I was able to get $5,000 in Bitcoin. Imagine if I would have just bought $5,000 worth of Ethereum. Oh my goodness. How much would that have been? At like 150 a piece? So 10 of them is 1,500. 20 is $3,000. 30 4,500. I could have had 30. And then 150 is 300, 450. I could have had 33 Ethereum for $5,000. Oh my gosh. And then at 4,800. Oh my gosh. Oh, my phone died. I need to charge my phone before we go on live, guys, because it dies every time. Oh man, yeah, 33 Ethereum would be amazing. 30, whatever. But now I only have a few hundred, but my wife has a new Jeep. Uh-oh. Somebody sold all his algo, but he might have sold it at a good. I mean, I hope you guys took the profits that's what I was telling you. Buy in, sell now, take your profits. I'm trying to lead you guys in good stuff. You know, the graph was unfortunate, and I hope none of you bought the graph with me or Internet Computer. Well, I don't think I was. I don't think I told you when I bought Internet Computer. I think I did that one discreetly, but I know I did the graph publicly because I did it at like 88, 60 something. That was the one that I did bad, but I did it with Cardano and it worked well, really well. It went down first though. That is the thing for me. You know, I've been down $1,000 or more before, and we've came back and made over $2,200 profit. We were down the last graph purchase we made. We were down like $1,200, about what we're down now, and then we made a $2,200 profit off of it at the end. So that means with the 1,200 and then the 22, that was like $3,400 difference from bottom to top that we made. So imagine if I would have just gave up and sold for $1,000 loss. Yeah, I would have lost 1,000 instead of making 2,200. So that's what we're gonna do again. I'm telling you, I'm not selling for a loss. I don't do that. Let's wait 5 years then if I have to. I'm down. You ain't taking my money. I earned that. You ain't taking it from me. How many crypto laws do you see out there? Aren't. Yeah, we need crypto laws. Regulation is law. We need law that favors not only taxing crypto, but actually favors us from phishing attempts, from stealing our identity on the exchanges, from hacking. There needs to be laws for all of that stuff for consumers. And then they can worry about taxing us, right? So, did anybody get paid by EC? Okay, well, we're not really talking about here. That's okay. I'm not mad. I don't think you were here for that. So, we're just not gonna affiliate ourselves with them. You know, I had their back until I just think it was irresponsible. I don't want to. Yeah. If you want to know what we said about that, we did do a video that explains a little bit more about that situation. I don't remember which video it was though now, fortunately. Do you guys remember? King Love, if you remember, let We've Been One know. But yeah, as for EC, we're just kind of going to separate ourselves from that. I think it kind of ruined the channel a little bit when I put them in my ad, because EC is known as spam on Facebook and YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't know why they consider EC spam, but they do. And it kind of put my channel in a spammy category, I think. But we're getting out of it and we're in a good place. So that's why I'm just like, let's move on. I love those guys over there and I wish them the best. But yeah, it wasn't my fault. So don't hurt my channel. Yeah, I mean, if I was one of their partners or something and like I was making the millions of dollars with them, then maybe I would be like, yeah, okay, you know, but it has nothing to do with me. I didn't make no money off of it, you know, so yeah. Well, you know what I mean. I didn't make money off of the website, you know, like owning it or partnering with it. I did make money with surveys. It was a good site to make money, but man, I was doing surveys for 10 hours a day during you know, the thing that happened a long time ago. So that's how I ended up finding cryptos. I was just online trying to earn crypto however I could. And then I found I could take surveys and then I could do it all day long. And then I would have one going here, one going here, one going here, like surveys going on different sites, you know, different accounts, different websites, you know, and just make tons of money with surveys. But it got old fast. Trust me. Oh my gosh, it got old. Answering all those tedious questions and then getting kicked out of the surveys more times than not. Yeah, I'm good. I never want to do that again. I made a nice little nugget doing it, but never again. I earned every single cent. Okay. Oh, my palms are itching, guys. Every time my palms itch, there's money coming. Like, for real. The last time that I doubled my Bitcoin, like for a week on my hand, like I had to soak it in water. It itched so bad. And I don't know why that is. I'm not really superstitious, but normally when my hand itches, money's coming. It's down, I'm out. He said, Jeff, technical issues with blockchain tech is up against the wall where investors are like, well, it's down, I'm out. How is a low price for ICP a bad thing again? Well, it is not necessarily a bad thing, but that low of a price in still a bull market, if it went down to 12 in a bull market now, do you know what that means for a bear market? We're looking at a $2. Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to happen in a bull market. We're in a bear market in a bull run. We're still in the bull run. We're in the bull run until we get a lower low. The bull run from 2020 that has led and stretched out all of this time. We are in that still. We have had several retracements and a bear market and another bear market. This is our second bear market, 55% dump. All the other ones were like 30% drops, and we recovered and went to new highs every time, except for the last one that brought us to our bear market, right? So, and this one didn't last as long. So I think this is going to be a short-lived bear market. And I don't think that it's not a bad thing if it goes down further, but those prices that you were saying right there of 1275 in a bull market still, well, bear market, bull run, right? So in a bull run still, that really puts it in a bad place when it loses 90% of its value in a real bear market. Like when we have, Bitcoin lose 70, 80% of its value, and we have altcoins lose from 90 to 98% of their value, like almost all of it. And then, so we don't want, a $12, because what is 90% of $12? That's bad. So you don't want 90% of $12. You're talking like $1 for ICP, and which would be amazing. I mean, but how does ICP recover from $1 in a bear market? It just doesn't. Crypto like ICP that went to $700 doesn't survive $1. It can survive $5. That's the lowest it can survive, I think, in a bear market. Is $5. But that's my speculation. That's my, take on it. You guys might think differently, but I'm probably pretty sure that that's pretty spot on. So gives it more power. Okay. Huh. Yeah. There's a lot. That's true. She says Bitcoin Renegade can be used for good and bad, though. I'm not exactly sure what she was talking about at that point. But probably pretty spot on. Useless knowledge. But it's not useless for crypto investors. Like, it might be useless for somebody who doesn't invest in crypto, yeah. But like for all of us that are in crypto, all of these things matter. Like us talking about it, your opinions about it. That's why I call for you guys to make your opinions on here, because that is what fuels me and it gives me more stuff to think about. But I also learn from you as well. Like I'm a teacher, but from my very first video, I've called you guys to teach me as well. Like I'm not arrogant, and I don't think I know everything, and I'm learning. I go on YouTube all the time and I learn from all the other YouTubers, whether it be crypto YouTubers, whether it be regular YouTubers. I go online, I look up to influencers, I look up to celebrities, I look up to athletes, I look up to Christians, I look up to pastors. Like I look to other people, but then I create my own little, piece of what I gather from everything. And I think that's important. And in crypto, that we take what we already have and we hold dear in the world and we keep that, whether no matter what we do in the world, whether we go from finance to finance, from kingdom to kingdom, government to government, we have to keep what we hold dear, and we have to leave that in everything that we do. And as long as we do that, and we keep what's in here with what we're doing, useless knowledge, I guess, but it isn't. It's really like, you have to be grounded. You don't want to fall for your emotions. You don't want to, revenge trade. And these are all the things that you learn that some people could say, yeah, useless knowledge, but are really fundamental at that one moment that it clicks in your head, at that moment where you're getting ready to get really mad and you're just getting ready to make a trade that doesn't make sense. And that thing hits in the back of your head. Don't revenge trade. And if that ever happens, boom, my job is done. Everything I taught you is for something, and that's going to happen to you now. Like, you're going to recognize these things. This isn't just my word. The win is that you recognize it. That is the power. When you recognize those things, then you can take dominion over them. So that is what I'm all about. And that's how I've been pretty successful, even in the losses. Not most people, like someone said, most people don't share their losses because, well, I'm a human, guys. I'm not going to go on crypto YouTube and try to make you think I'm some deity that never loses. Like, come on, man. We're in this together, and I'm showing you how to make money even through the losses. That should make this channel even more relevant. All these other people might be making money, but I'm showing you how to actually hold bags through the losses, how to hold through the hard times, and still be in a good mood about it. Yeah, I just showed you I lost over half of my money in the last 3 months. You'd think I'd be devastated, right? Not even a little bit. I'm not even worried. Like, I looked at the video, I was like, wow, I didn't seem worried at all. Like, that kind of gives, like, it encouraged me. So if my own video, watching it encouraged me, like, I hope it did that for you too, because, that's what the point of it is to get us through this, to get through the storm. And have our eyes on the prize on the other side. Well, that was pretty cool. Eyes on the prize on the other side. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons that I said something, King Love. He said he lost 19 whole Bitcoin that way. And him and another guy that I'm not going to just throw him on blast, but he lost some Shiba Inu. I'm not going to, if he wants to say who he is, he can come out and say it. But he sent some Shiba Inu to the wrong address and lost it. So it happens to the best of us. We, one letter or number off. And that's why they're trying to make addresses more compatible, like readable addresses instead of just mixed numbers, because it's a lot easier to look at something and be like, well, Microsoft isn't spelled with, an E. There's no E in Microsoft, so that's misspelled. Let's fix it. But if you have XOE2358965432895 and there's a 6 replaced with a 9, how are you going to know that? Just by glancing at it, like, come on. So readable addresses are where it's at for mass adoption. That is one thing I think needs to change in crypto, because I'm hearing it more and more. And I thought that would have been a problem that only affected like the first generation, people losing their addresses. But no, it's a real thing. And accidents happen in technology all the time. That's why I actually turn my autocorrect off on my phone, because more often than not, the robot doesn't know what I'm going to say, and I end up having to write a whole paragraph over again instead of one letter. When you're typing and you misspell one letter, I would rather retype one letter than look down and it say like a completely different sentence than what I wrote. Like, I'm talking about Ethereum pumping to the moon, and we have a conversation about a donkey going to the circus for, a bar mitzvah or something. Like, dude, I didn't write none of that. So I try to keep that turned off on my phone, but yeah. So, but technology is getting better, less glitchy, but that's the thing. Every infancy of technology is glitchy. So that's why you have to run tests on it. And that's why I think it's taken Bitcoin so long to take hold in the world, and actually pretty fast. If you think it's only been around since 2009, that's what, 13 years now. And don't you think we should spend like 20, 30 years making sure there's no real bugs in it first, before we like throw $1 trillion into it? So that shows that the technology is sound. you know, that it can hold $1 trillion without being hacked. Now, if someone was going to hack any, you know, thing, it would be $1 trillion. That's one concentrated amount of money without being like Fort Knox, right? So if there was a way to hack Bitcoin, it would have been done by now. So that's a good thing. We have a strong infrastructure for a financial future that nobody can so far disrupt. Now, the only way it could really be disrupted is if somebody sabotages the internet in itself. That is the only way Bitcoin's going to be done with, and that'll never happen. So basically, I mean, unless a solar flare, you know, and zombies, the apocalypse, but no, I just don't think it's going to happen, guys. So, yeah. Sold over $1.50. Oh, good. I'm glad you made money, Justin. I was worried that you rode it all the way down. So I'm glad you were able to get your money out before. I wish you would have sold it at $1.72, but at that point we didn't know it was going that far down, huh? I remember that. I got lucky selling because I wanted to buy at $1.50, remember? Oh, I'm so glad. I bought a little bit at $1.50. I bought like $40 worth. I didn't put the rest in. I almost did. I almost put another $250 in the Algorand because I told you guys I would. And then it went way down. And I'm like, yes, now I get to buy like 80, 90 cents, dude. And then I was like, man, I hope Justin sold. But like, if you want to hold through, I'm not ever going to tell somebody like, sell your crypto. You know, I want you to make money. But if you're going to hold, you hold. You know, if you want to take profit, take your profit. But I would always recommend taking profits, you know, because you never know when crypto is going to dump like this. So I'm going to accumulate. This is accumulation time, guys. If we dump even further, then the market's done. But I think this is it. We've gone 55% down. So, okay, I feel like I'm babbling. So let's just kind of get through the rest of this. This is a lot of questions here. So that's why it's taken so long, but I don't mind. I'm actually happy. So. Yeah, he did great. I'm glad he did because we were talking at $1.72. He's like, I'm not selling. I'm gonna wait because it was gonna go up. God, it was gonna go up, guys. Isn't that crazy? How at $2 in Algorand it was gonna go up. We or like $1.80. We know it's gonna go up, and then here we sit at 80 cents now. Wow, perspective, huh? Total profit was 25K. Dang, dude. Good job, man. That's about what I made last year. But I gave it all away. The live about a week ago. Yeah, I'm not sure which one, though. That's the only thing. ICP is going to do this year. In with like almost half my money. Yeah, I'm in with a nice chunk of my money into ICP as well. I've actually lost half of it, but I'm going to make a profit. I'm really, really confident in ICP. And I think it's going to, you know, take us back up to at least a couple $100 range in at least the next couple of years. So if you're okay with waiting 2 years, then you're going to be really thankful that you put almost half your money in there. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want. But I think you might be happy with yourself if you just kind of be patient and don't put money that you can't afford to lose or that you need to take out of the market before a couple of years. Don't put that money in there and you'll be okay. And you picked a good one with ICP, in my opinion. And I'm holding it myself. So if you lose, I lose. Yeah, no, we just talked about it before. Like I said, you weren't here, so that's okay. We just kind of during that video, we're like, yeah, this is the last time we're going to talk about it. So if anybody wants to get their opinions out, let them do it now, or just, you know, kind of forever hold your peace. It wasn't a wedding, I promise. But yeah, we just said that we couldn't do that. So forever hold your peace. I don't know. And we're having flashbacks of my wedding. All day. My crypto is earned through sites and faucets. Yeah, glad you know the pain. Yep. there's a lot of money to be made in, you know, surveys and stuff, but nobody wants to do that for a living for a long time. It's good for, you know, like something when you're stuck in your house, nowhere to go, like you have to be in your house. You've watched everything on TV. Man, you welcome a survey, and they're going to pay you for it. Shoot, I would have paid you to give me a survey. No, no, I wouldn't have, honestly. But, you know, at that point, you're like, geez, I would have done anything to get a little buck. Especially this buck that's going to be worth a lot. That was my mindset. I wish you could go back and look at the beginning days of my crypto journey, but it's not documented because I didn't really document it until this last February. Dang it. All of my big gains were made in 2020, and I didn't start my channel till 2021. I could have really, really helped you guys in 2020 because I was buying Bitcoin at $8,000. And I was telling my neighbor, I was this close to talking my neighbor into putting $4,000 in Bitcoin at $9,000. So this close. He was on his way to go get the money, and then his sister talked him out of it. And was like, no, Bitcoin ain't nothing. You don't want to mess with Bitcoin. You'll just lose your money. And I said, bro, man, look at how I put my money where my mouth is. Why aren't you? And then that $4,000, if he would have put it in at 9, I think he would have had over like $30,000. So his $4,000 would have turned, he would have made $26,000 off of it. It would have changed his life forever. And I was trying to help him. I told him he was this close to doing it, and then he didn't. And like, it was a sore subject after that. I was like, I didn't want to brag like, hey bro, look at my success. You know, you didn't put your $4,000 in, you suck. No, I was just like, man, I wish you would have done that, bro. You know, like you can't really say anything about it. I never said anything really about it to him. You know, I showed him my success a little bit. I was like, yeah, I did good. But I never was like, ha ha, dude, you didn't get it, you dummy. No, I felt bad, dude. I was like, geez, he was that close to, you know, like, I mean, you can't force somebody to do it. Like, imagine if I would have forced him to do it, though. He would have been loving. He'd be like, man, you saved my life. You forced me to do it. But I would have probably been in the Huskow, so yeah, probably not. Start buying at $50. Ooh, I feel your pain, man. Yeah, but so when you buy, that's the best thing about, you know, finding a bottom like this is being able to, you know, dollar cost average those big losses. That's what I do with the graph, and why it's going to be a nice little profit at like 60 instead of 88 cents. So you can get that price down. If you started buying at 50 and then you buy at 20, it will bring that down to like 45. Then you buy it at 18, it'll bring it down to like 43. You buy at 20, bring it down, you know, and it'll keep bringing it down. Every time you buy it at these lower levels, it'll bring that, you know, average buy-in price down from 50, lower, lower, lower. And the lower you keep buying, that average will keep getting lower. So even if it does keep going down, you keep buying. When it goes down, your average is getting lower. And then when it goes up, boom, you're like, okay, well, I have several purchase orders under what it is now, and you'll start to succeed that way. You know, not financial advice, but I'm trying to, you know, have people win even in the loss. We can do it, guys. We can make money even when it looks bleak. There's staking, there's, you know, buying into stable coins with the dip, or just dollar cost averaging, you know, buying at different levels, and you can do it. Staking is probably one of the ways I would go with, you know, internet computer right now, especially at $20. Imagine, say, if you get your hands on 100 ICP, which is going to make you rich, stake them for I would say 2 years, and then for the next bull market, because you want it to come out in 2024, because that's going to be like 2020 was. So probably you want to set it for March of 2024. That's when you want your ICP to come out, because that is when the next bull market should begin, is May of 2024. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, and that's where I'm going to probably set my staking to. And that way, by then, you know, it's going to be well over 20. We're probably going to be looking at somewhere from a $60 to $100 ICP at that time, you know, by 2024, or it could even be 100. But I'm being realistic, because we're probably going to go into a bear market type deal somewhere in there, and then in 2024 is where we're going. It's going to be bleak in May, but then I think right around June, July, it might start picking up. So those are my plans. I'm looking at the next bull market. Like we're still in this one. We haven't ended it yet. But guys, Bitcoin is cyclical. Whether we extended this or we shrunk it, it is cyclical, which it means whatever happened this year happened before, and it's going to happen in the future. So every 4 years, expect, it's probably going to end up being, 2 years of a bull market, 2 years of a bear market. And then I think in the future, it's going to be 3 years of a bull market, 1 year of a bear market. Then I think it's probably going to go bull market, bear market, bull market, bear market, bear market, bull market, bull market, bear market, bull market, bull market, bear market. And then they just choose whenever they are. So that's probably going to be, and it's going to be the same though. No matter what, Bitcoin is going to run in cycles. How long those cycles last and how it affects the network is going to vary from time to time. So, okay, I'm really blabbering. Let's just, yeah, that was a good question though. And I'm glad that it wasn't even a question. You just said I'm buying at $50, but that kind of led me to a good point. So he said he's been throwing all his money at it in hopes it finally has a nice run, but I'm just really hoping that is sometime soon. I feel you, man. I know when you believe in something and all it does is dump on you and you're waiting for that payoff and trust me, I know exactly. I feel that pain because that's like my whole life. I'm waiting for that payoff and it's going to come, man. I have hope. And that's what I want to give you right now. A little bit of hope, not hopium. I don't even know what that is. I use it sometimes too. I'll be like, yeah, I give you hopium. But no, I'm giving you some real hope, man. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you started. There was a reason you did it, man. $50 might not look like the best, but you chose ICP for a reason. You chose it at $50 for a reason. You thought at that time that was a good price, right? A lot of us did. A lot of us would be willing to pay $50 for ICP because it's a good price. So us being down at $20, we'll pay more for, we'll pay less for the same thing. And it would be worth more to us at that point. So, yeah. The largest organ, some might call it, useless knowledge. Okay. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. By the time I read your guys' comments, we're like an hour or 2 hours after them. So, like, I always have to kind of guess on and remember what I was talking about. And then, like... Most of the time, you guys have to tell me, though. I'm not going to lie. So it makes it fun, though. That shies away from a debate and ignores others' opinions could be seen as a bad actor. Yeah. And at that point, they were to say should be scrutinized to a high degree. Yeah. Do you know that Crypto Wendy, I still can't talk in her live chat. I think I shared my social media on her live chat or something, or on, I don't know why I got kicked out of her live chat. It's funny, she'll let me on the show. I don't think they know that I'm kicked out of the live chat. But that is so cool. Did you guys see her video today about Summer Rae? You guys know I'm a wrestling fan, right? Like, huge wrestling fan. It's one of my passions. Like, I love WWE and AEW and all that stuff, like especially WWE, because I've watched it ever since I can remember. It's one of my favorite things as a boy and growing up, and and to see her like, I was just on Crypto Wendy's show, right? And a dream come true. Freaking awesome. Thank you, Wendy. I just can't thank you enough for taking a chance on me and the channel. And then she had Summer Rae on there. And I was like, no way, dude. Like, this is a WWE AMA, and then Summer Rae is getting paid in Bitcoin and Litecoin for wrestling. Like, what? Dude, so shout out to Crypto Wendy. Go check out that AMA on Crypto Wendy's YouTube channel. And check out that video. I thought it was pretty cool. They talked a lot about, the good and bad of getting paid in Bitcoin, and a little bit about the Royal Rumble and a little bit about Summer Rae, and of course Wendy's knowledge on crypto surpasses just about everybody's, so everybody can learn from Wendy. She's really good at what she does, so I just really enjoyed that. So you guys want to check it out, get over there and watch it after you leave here. Don't leave here to go watch it. No. At 50, some at 20, then your average price is down. Yeah, exactly what I was saying, Justin. I mean, he learns very well. Doesn't have to go as high for you to make profit. Yeah. Microsoft buys the world. Mitigate your losses to buy at a lower price when you can and to average out your total investment. Yes, well said, guys. These guys learn very well. They've been paying attention to the channel for sure. And plus, they're pretty smart too. So half my money, yeah. So yeah, he's been doing it. You can tell, man. He's like, I've just been dollar cost averaging all the way down. That's what I did with Cardano. Guys, if you look, before I called it $2 Cardano, I was over $1,200 in the loss. And everybody was making fun of me that I fell for the Coinbase FUD. Or not Coinbase FUD, but the Coinbase listing FUD. Oh, who cares it got listed on Coinbase? They just did that so they could dump the price. Well, guess what? Cardano did not get dumped. It actually went up a lot, and I made several $1,000s off of Cardano. So I really think ICP is in for about the same thing, guys. Polygon is doing really good right now. Internet Computer Price is the one I'm looking at, though, for layer 1. Now, layer 2, I'm probably looking at Polygon or Algorand, and I don't even really call Algorand a layer 2. I call it like a layer 1.5. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate everything. I think we've gone over everything. We're to the end of the comments. You guys really commented a lot. Thank you so much. I mean, every comment helps. And I think you guys had like 1,000 comments on here. And that's why we're almost 2 hours into it. But that's cool. 200. Yeah, no, and whatever I did, it was probably, like I said, I didn't know the etiquette when I first got on, YouTube, and I probably said or, did something to get booted off, like I shared my social or, promoted a video. I don't know what I did, honestly, but, I didn't do it out of malice, and I didn't do it to scam anybody on her site. I'm sure she knows that. So yeah, I hopefully get a talk in her live streams. I enjoy, watching her live streams. It's okay if I can't talk either. That's fine. But I probably won't be doing whatever I did again. I got kicked out of tons of Telegram groups at the beginning too. There's a lot to learn with crypto YouTubers. And I think we got it. So what do you mean 1001? Oh, 1001 things. That's what I've been talking about. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we have talked about everything. My head is starting to spin. I know yours probably is too. So, you guys have a good, safe week. I hope, everything goes good for you. I hope you didn't panic sell and you're still holding diamond strong. I've lost over $7,365 and I am diamond hand strong and I'm not selling. So you don't either. Not financial advice. All right, guys. That being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bang!